ask everything you got. You know, commit to what you can control, because why can't you don't worry about something you can't control, and then surrender the outcome sometime. You know, it's better for people to realize you may fail once, you may fail twice. Those people that fail are better in the long run because they realize that defeat's available. It's out there. You guard against it. Surrender to it and know that, yes, I could fail. That most people will get motivated by that and be successful because they know, hey, there's an opportunity to fail. And then trust in the process.
Trust the process.
Words of wisdom by Salado head coach Alan Hare. Unbelievable.
An awesome speech. I love the fact that he told him, embrace failure. You're going to fail at some point in this game.
And you know what? Some people have to fail in order to get better and to realize, you know what? I can do a whole lot better and kind of go on from there. Welcome to our live stream portion, KCN. Nick Canizales alongside Curtis Quillen. We had a monster game of the week. Number 6, Mart taking on number 5, Refugio. Battle between two teams that were in the state championship last year.
State finalists, a rematch from the 2A Division I state title game a year ago. And guys, this one was touted as the game of the week, not just in Central Texas and not just for teams on the coastal bend, but across the state of Texas. It was an unbelievable showdown.
Also, playoff atmosphere. Let's get to the highlights here because, I mean, this was rocking and rolling. We thought it was going to be a close game. Mark came out and delivered the knockout punch like Mike Tyson. Panthers all over the Bobcats first half. Mark already up 21-0. Tyreek Horn helped add to that. 43 yards for the touchdown, 28-zip at the break. Second half, Refugio trying to get something going. Jordan Kelly loses the football. Woola Bailey finds pay dirt. Few plays later, and 35-0. And then, of course, you know, Mark just kept rolling and rolling. Panthers defense just suffocated the Bobcats all night long. Jacob Ibarra and Preston Lane combined for the big stop here. Mark go on to win and win big. How about this final? 41-8. Is it a shocker?
I think so.
Yeah.
Nobody expected this score in this game.
No, not at all. And you know what? Refugio's coach, we heard from him on Tuesday. He said Mark was going to win the small score state championship this year. They look big. They look pretty good. They look legit.
They look every bit the part.
I'll tell you what.
They weren't playing tonight.
Yeah, if they were not playing tonight, our next game of the week would have been Larina and Fairfield because
both teams come into tonight 4-0 to open District 8 4A Division II play tonight. Larina had scored 30 or more points in every single game this season, including last week at Teague.
Yeah, somebody's going to leave Leopardfield with a loss tonight. Let's head out there, packed house. There's those kiddos. This is a really, really fun game. How about Larina being 11th in the state of Texas? Larina, a huge break early on. Punt return by Ben Schmedhammer. I hope I said that right. Deep into Eagle territory, setting up A.J. Bell, last week's Gridiron Player of the Week for the 7-yard touchdown run. Leopards go on top. Then Larina, they would force a punt, and they would cough it up right here. You can't do that against great teams, especially.
Gotta field it.
Yeah, Larina pounces on it, gonna set up the Eagle offense, or Leopard offense, I should say, in the red zone. A few plays later, Mr. Bell. Yeah, second touchdown of the game. Leopards cruising this one, 41-13. That's another stunner right there.
That really is. You know who else is opening district play tonight? 3-1 Connolly on the road, taking on 2-2 Salado. First play from scrimmage. The snap goes haywire for the Cadets. Rustin Hale makes the recovery. It is Eagles ball. 3 plays later, handoff to Hunter. Gets the touchdown from 3 yards out. PAT's good. Salado's up 7-0. Next Eagle possession, Connor Cook gets the handoff. He's in from 3 more. It's 14-0. At that point, this one's close in the end, 40-35. The big win for Salado.
China Spring, they've alternated wins and losses so far this season. Of course, tonight, look to remain unbeaten at home. They were taking on Liberty Christian. Cougars get on the scoreboard first. Larson Coe splits the uprights. 3-0 China Spring there. So Liberty Christian, what would they do? Well, they would answer with a field goal of their own here. This was about, looks like about 25 yards out. This would tie things at 3 apiece. So they kind of slowly, offense getting together here, but Cougars do come storming back. Braden Faulkner calls his own number. Nobody's going to catch him. You go drive a bulldozer between that hole right there.
That was huge.
10-3 China Spring at that point. They go on to win and win big. 37-16 your final. They improve to 3-2 on the season. They'll travel to face off against St. Thomas Catholic next Friday night. All right, Kurt, let's go back to our game of the week.
What a game
Mark
it was.
put it on Refugio tonight. Jessica Maury didn't have to pay for a ticket. She had VIP access. I tell you what, Jess, what a game from Mark tonight.
Well, everyone has cleared out here from Mart. Understandably, this game ended at 9:45, but this place was packed from about 5:15 until the game ended around 9:45, 41-8 the final. Little funny story, when we got here around 5:15, the scoreboard had a score on it, and it said 46 home team, visitors, nothing. And I was like, that score's not going to be anything like that. That's funny, but it was. 41-8, very close. And the only reason Refugio even got on the board, this was this close to being a shutout for the Panthers defense, but there was a bad snap over Kyler Martin's head that rolled all the way into the end zone. Refugio would fall on it, and so they got the safety. Then at the very last play of the game, Refugio just threw up a Hail Mary and got a touchdown. So that's where the points came from, but it pretty much was a shutout for the Panthers defense. Now, not a lot of people expected this, so this is a huge statement from Mart. Yes, Mart is a good team, and they beat another good team, but they beat a team that's Class 2A Division I that's expected to go to the state title game once again. Again, Mart moved down to 2A Division II. They've got about 20 kids on their roster, while Refugio has about 38. So this is impressive for Mart all the way around. Now, up next, they've got a bye week. Then they go into district play with Meridian. And I will predict that Mart's probably going to go ahead and roll through district, bringing home another district title, and then hopefully going on to a deep postseason run. Earlier, we presented them with the championship trophy, and they were excited, but not as excited as some of our other teams because they are used to getting trophies week after week after week in the postseason. So I had to give them a little mess because they were making fun of our trophy, but they liked it in the end. Again, they probably don't even have room for that in their trophy case. They've got 6 state championships. They're probably going to win their 7th overall this year, plus plenty of other titles. So they've got a lot of trophies in there, but they were excited in the end. But big game for quarterback Kyler Martin, big game for running back Shatydrick Woola Bailey, Tyreek Horn. Everyone played great. The defense played unbelievable. Here's another bold prediction for you guys, and we can come back and come back on this at the end of the season. But let's say, I don't think the Mart defense gets scored on again this season. So we'll see if that ends up coming true, if that prediction comes true. But man, they looked really good here tonight. Again, barring any injuries, they could get scored on if there were injuries. But this defense that played here tonight against Refugio, holding them just to 8 points, which was just a safety and a Hail Mary touchdown at the end of the game. If they play like that the rest of the season, I mean, it's donezo for these other teams. So 41-8 the final here. Number 6 Mart is going to move up in the rankings with that win over number 5 Refugio. Reporting live here at our game of the week in Mart. Jessica Maury, I'll send it back to you guys in Temple.
That is a bold take.
If
the
Mart
defense isn't going to get scored on?
If that happens, I'm going to buy Jessica a steak dinner.
I will
when
too.
that happens.
I hope that happens.
That's unbelievable.
We got, what, 12 weeks
We got
left?
a long ways left, but regular season, though, it's rock and rolling here.
Yeah, it really is.
All right, let's go to Class 4A. La Vega on the road. They put it in Midlothian Heritage, 45-18. Look at the hay in Madisonville. That was a good game. Madisonville comes out on top, 35-28. So big win for Rusty Nell and his Madisonville team there.
Yep.
All right, Cameron Yo and Troy. On paper, it looks like a really good game, but
looks like a great game.
Tonight, it was a really good game.
It really was. District 10 3A Division I opening up tonight, and Yo and Troy doing work at Trojan Field. But here's Kadrian Hammond. He was the go-to guy in the first half for the Yeomen. There he is catching a first down, and then here he is again.
Letting it fly.
Letting it fly, and there he is on the catch again. One hand, channeling his inner OBJ. He didn't just shine on offense, though, because on this play,
It's coming.
This play, he's going to snag this one from Troy for the INT,
nice.
hitting the user pick button there, that triangle button. He almost returned it for another score. Cameron, you'll roll. They win this one, 39-26, the Yeoman final.
All right. Earlier tonight, who do we have? We got a big. Every week we do a phoner with the head coach, and tonight, of course,
Cameron Yo. They got a
Cameron
big
Yo.
win.
Tommy Brashear.
Over Troy, joining us now on the FNL hotline. The head coach of the Cameron Yeomen, Mr. Tommy Brashear. Coach, thank you so much for joining us. How good does this win feel tonight?
It feels very good. You know, our goal coming in tonight was to start 1-0 in district, and that's what we got tonight against a tough Troy Trojan team, and, you know, very excited about that.
Coach, it's Nick. Just kind of talk about, I mean, what did you see from your team that you guys can build on for next week here?
Well, you know, we made quite a few mistakes in the ball game. There are things we can fix, but, you know, there are things we can work on. There are things we can fix. You know, I think some of our kids had their heads down a little bit after, but I said, hey, guys, we want to know in district. All the mistakes we made, we can fix, and very proud of the kids. This group is a true team. I mean, these guys are building each other up and encouraging each other when things go bad. They're picking each other up, and you know, that's what you need. Because sometimes as coaches, we're having to get on them when they mess up. So it's good to have those kids come along and pat them on the butt and say, hey, let's go. And you know, I can't say enough. Total effort these kids get after. Very blessed, Coach Cameron Texas. Young men, they play hard. They play football the way it's supposed to be played. Very blessed.
Coach, you know, next week's a little bit of an oddity as we look at the Yeoman's next 5 games. You guys host Katy St. John the 23rd in your non-district finale. It's a little bit of a scheduling oddity that kind of forced your hand on this. What do you want to see from the guys next week?
Well, I just want to see us be a week better. I want to see us go out and fix the things that we messed up on tonight. You know, the reads and the steps and you know, the correct reads and all those things that we messed up. This couple of blocking assignments. And you know, I feel like we left some stuff out there tonight that you know, with some mistakes, some mental errors, and just want to see us get a week better. Yeah, we played 2 physical games in a row. We'll probably be a little banged up, but you know, we had a bye week in week 2. That's not ideal at all. I didn't like that, but that's kind of what we got stuck with, you know, with scheduling situations. So I just want to see us be a week better.
What does a win do like this to help for the boys' confidence going on, not only for next week, but for the rest of the season here?
Oh, no doubt. I mean, these guys are a confident bunch, and you know, they play the game the way it's supposed to be played. So I'm really happy for them and excited for them. But you know, you got to win. You got to win to keep that confidence going. You know, last year we got in a little rut and had a little losing streak, and I saw our kids lose that confidence. And so winning cures a lot of things. Even when you make mistakes, you still win that ball game, and you know, that keeps your confidence up, keeps you going, and you know, we're all human. And that's a human characteristic. So, you know, excited to get this win. And I know these kids are feeling good about themselves and about this season.
Coach, we appreciate you joining us tonight. Congratulations on that big win, and good luck next week at home.
Well, thank you very much. Thanks for having me.
All right. Head coach Tommy Brashear, the victorious Cameron Yo. I'll tell you what, man, every single week they're getting better and better and better. And a win like this, I mean, only improves these kids' confidence level, and going into the last non-district game of the year before district starts.
Yeah, you kind of don't like that week 6 non-district game, but it is what it is. They go right back into district afterwards with Gerald. So all you can ask is that you guys get better week in and week out.
All right, let's go McGregor looking to bounce back after being shut out by Clifton tonight, hosting Whitney. And this was a battle. Those Wildcats came out to play. Devin Wilson rolls to his right, throws to Colby Tanner, but he is intercepted by McGregor. Campbell McCauley here backed the Wildcat ball, shaking, baking as Devin Wilson. Then to Des Gardner here. This is McGregor on offense now. Wildcat defense was incredible. And as you look at the final score, this will tell you why they were incredible. 27-7, so McGregor again failing on offense, just could not get anything going.
Where are we at now? Out in Groesbeck, the Goats hoping to stay undefeated tonight, hosting Maypearl in a district showdown. Goats come out strong in this one. First drive, Ty Hale hits Braden Kennedy, makes a few moves, goes down the sideline, and that is a Groesbeck first down.
Hey, would that be a flag, referee there?
I don't think so. The next, later in that drive, Hale going to the air, finds Dylan Rand, few men miss, hits him with a spin move. He's gone for the TD. Extra point no good. It's 6-0. Next possession for the Goats. Amir Lee, this kid is a beast. He takes the handoff, breaks a few tackles before stretching the ball over the goal line. 13-0 Groesbeck. They are 5-0.
Wow.
60-14, the Groesbeck win.
Scores from around 318. They win by 3 over Hempstead, 28-25. How about this game? West in a thriller in overtime, 42-41. Academy wins big over Maynard Newtek, 54-0. And Clifton, they keep rolling 35-14 over Godly.
Now every week week, we recognize one outstanding performance with our Gridiron Player of the Week trophy. As we announced earlier tonight, this week's award goes to a running back who in his final non-district showdown had a career game for Larina. Tonight, we meet Leopard running back A.J. Bell.
The Larina Leopards are set to begin district play and will turn to senior running back A.J. Bell regularly, be it for leadership or just a needed play.
Just some great holes from our offensive line. They worked really hard this past week, and as you can tell, it paid off on Friday night's game.
In Week 4's final non-district game at Teague, Bell had a stellar game for the Leopards, going for 202 yards on 23 carries. And when asked about the game, Bell immediately deflected credit to the holes created by his offensive line.
When one of our running backs shine, I mean, that's good enough for us. Like, that just feels good for us because we know if they're doing good, then that means we're doing our job.
That's a part of it, but he's being a little humble with that part of it because, he does accelerate and he gets through the holes in a hurry, and that's, one of his assets.
When we asked AJ, he said Friday night at Teague was his best performance ever, averaging almost 10 yards a carry with not just one score, but 4 of them.
That was my first game scoring 4 touchdowns. I had one big game last year that I scored 3, but this was by far my biggest game.
Hopefully we'll keep him healthy and keep him, get the ball in his hands, and if our offensive line will continue to improve, I think that's the big thing.
For now, the Leopards turn their attention to a district slate. And while that's what the team's focus is on now, there's still hope for repeats of Friday night in the Leopard backfield.
Just play one at a time and play hard and just do what the Leopards do.
Hopefully more.
I like that. Hopefully more. They got a huge win tonight to open district play against Fairfield, and actually joining us now on the FNL hotline, the head coach of the Larina Leopards, Mr. Ray Biles. Coach Biles, thank you for joining us tonight. Congratulations on the win. What did you see out of your guys tonight that you really liked?
Well, guys, they just went out and played hard from the very beginning of the ball game. It was a lot of fun to watch, and anytime your kids play hard, well, you got a chance to beat anybody, and they did a wonderful job tonight.
Hey, Coach, it's Nick. What does a win like this do for your confidence level going into next week?
Well, I mean, you have to take it for what it's worth, Nick. We're going to have to enjoy it tonight, but you know what I'm saying. Tomorrow we're going back to work, and it's Kylie next week, and it'll be another dogfight with somebody else. So, I mean, it is great that, the kids are playing well and everything, but they understand it's a one-night stand. You've got to go out every week and perform.
You mentioned a dogfight, Coach. You've got 5 district games left. There's not a bad team in this district. As we look at Larina's next 5 games, Coach, what's it going to take to get out of district?
Well, I think number one is like I said, you got to bring your A game every Friday night because top to bottom. I don't know. People ask me in the summer predict where this district's going. I said, there's 5 or 6 teams that can win this district championship, and there still are 5 or 6 teams that can win this district championship. So we've got our work cut out for us. We've just got one game up on a few other teams, and really that's all we have. And that's the way we're going to have to approach it. We've got to go out next Friday and play it again.
During two-a-days, everybody always talks, hey, we got to go 1-0 each and every week, and hopefully, try to win each and every week. But it's one thing to say it, another thing to do it. What's been so successful for you guys that week after week you guys have been going 1-0 and you keep getting better, the confidence keeps getting bigger and better? Just kind of talk about the mindset in the locker room right now.
Well, we can say it all we want to, but if they don't go out on Monday and Tuesday afternoons, the big grind days, and get after it and work hard and push themselves and push each other, compete. Our kids compete in practice, which is huge. If they'll compete in practice, and I don't ever have to worry about Friday night. So, there are a lot of things I think our kids do well during the week to prepare themselves for Friday night, because if the hardest thing that they have to do in the week is play a ball game on Friday night, I, as a head coach, have failed them. So, we do what we can do to force them to play hard and to practice hard and to get after it, and they've done a great job of accepting that and pushing themselves through the course of the season so far.
Coach, when you called, we were airing our Player of the Week story on A.J. Bell. You mentioned that he's a really humble kid. What is A.J. Bell like? What should people in Central Texas know about your senior tailback?
He's a great kid. And he deflects a lot of stuff towards his offensive line and other folks, and he is well aware, if you just hand me the ball and nobody blocks, I'm going to get squashed. But, he also spreads out some of that glory for those Hogs, because he knows that, they the ones that make it happen. But he is a humble kid, and he does a great job for us, works hard every day, doesn't take a day off. But I think also those kids respect each other when they see that type of attitude. People are going to come out here and work hard play for me, and I'm going to play for them.
Coach Biles, we appreciate you joining us, and best of luck the rest of the season. Best of luck next week, and congratulations on that big win tonight.
Guys, thanks so much. We appreciate the opportunity.
All right, it's the legendary head coach Ray Biles. I love that guy.
He's a great coach, and his kids love playing for him.
Yeah, and it shows right there that they are just rocking and rolling. And I mean, I'll tell you what, this is going to be a fun district to watch for the rest of the season. They are on fire, one of the hottest teams in Central Texas. I'm not surprised because Ray Biles' teams each and every year always competing for a district championship. Yes, they are very consistent. They're not 9 or 10 wins one year, 2 wins the next year. Every year you can pencil them in for a playoff berth, 2-3 rounds deep. Yep. That's just how he does it.
It's the Leopard way.
That is it. That is a Leopard way.
I asked you this question last week, and now we've got 5 weeks to half a season worth of tape to look at. 2 teams that have impressed you so far.
Of course, Larina has got to be one. Mart, I was very impressed how they bounced back after that loss, a couple weeks ago when they got shut out. Coming back and knocking off Refugio, not knocking them off, but I mean delivering the knockout punch.
Blowing them out.
Yeah.
And the thing is about that loss 2 weeks ago, I don't know how much of that you can actually look at. They lost to Franklin, a 3A Division I school. Mart is 2A Division II, so there's a 3 division gap in there?
Oh, huge.
And a huge enrollment gap in there. So no, I don't think anybody looked at that Franklin score from Mart and said hit the panic button.
No, not at all. You know, tomorrow we got college football. Baylor Bears on the road in Oklahoma. I'll be there, 2:30 kick for that. UMHB finally at home after being on the road for the last 3 weeks.
So they went to Albright week 1. That was in Reading, Pennsylvania. Then they went to Sul Ross State. That's still in another time zone. And then last week they were in the San Antonio area.
So they're finally at home, Crusader Stadium. They play Southwestern. They're going to win and win big. Mark my words. Texas is at Kansas State. Texas A&M. They're playing. They have another big game. So a lot of stuff on the slate, and it's going to be good. Week 6 next week. It's going to be even better. But before we go, Battle of the Bands winner tonight, Belton Tigers. They were fired up for getting this trophy. They were fired up for everything. So once again, for Nick Canizales, Curtis Quill and Jessica Morey, everybody that helps us each and every week with this production, we appreciate it, and we'll leave you with the Battle of the Bands winner, the Belton Tigers. We'll see you under the lights next week.